Hello and welcome here to the ACC for today's game, matching up the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs have been on a tear recently, being second in the NHL and second in their division, only behind the Montreal Canadiens. But starting goal defenders for tonight will be Thomas Vokoun for the Penguins. 0 wins, a 5.04 goals against average, and a save percentage of .855. And Jonathan Bernier will be starting for the Toronto Maple Leafs with 7 wins, 2.21 goals against average, and a .927 save percentage. For your injury report, David Clarkson is out for 6 weeks still with a concussion, and the Penguins are without Bo Ben after suffering an injury last night. And we're underway here in Toronto as Kunis passes back to Martin, and Martin's shot on goal is turned away by Bernier. Now, just on the point of last night, the Leafs, this is a doubleheader for them. They lost last night 6-1 to Columbus. Sorry, not 6-1, 7-1. And are definitely looking to bounce back with a better performance tonight as Gunnarsson passes up to Bozak. Tyler Bozak coming up the center, and he's going to dump it down for JVR to chase. Now, Sid the Kid with the puck, passing offside to Chris Kunitz, and out will come new lines for both teams. But Bernier's had a phenomenal year so far and has clearly been the Leafs' #1, with having all but one of the Leafs' wins so far this year. Backup James Reimer hasn't really got an opportunity this year, but the Leafs in the last 10 games are 8-1-1 with 17 points on the year. A very nice start of the year for the Leafs, that's for sure. Excuse me, as Lupo nearly snuck that one in the short side. And now UC Jokinen on the counter attack. Malkin takes a low shot on goal, and that's going to be covered up by Bernier. No, passes out. Kadri up to Lupo, who was offside. Now, Troy Bodie is in place of, and has been for the past 2 weeks, of David Clarkson playing on this third line, as you see right here on the right wing. And Nikolai Kulemin has been moved up to the second line, playing with Kadri and Lupul. Instead of the Leafs calling up Peter Holland or somebody as the Penguins missed the net, they decided to just slot in Troy Bodie, who was already on the roster, and leave the AHL by itself, which is doing decent so far. The Marlies are boasting a 4-5-1 record, if I do remember correctly, as the faceoff will be to the right of Jonathan Bernier. Kadri wants to draw back to Phaneuf, and Phaneuf will pass back to Bozak, and the puck is following around, and James Neal into Crosby, and Crosby scores! It is 1-0 Pittsburgh. A bad play by Dion Phaneuf, shockingly enough. Sorry, I had to throw that one in there. But Crosby's third of the year comes off of a bad play from the Leafs defense. You can see Bozak trying to dive back there to try to block the pass. Was a little too late, and Bernier went to poke check and missed. And that's just an unfortunate turn of events for the Leafs, as the goal is from James Neal, and it is 1-0 Pittsburgh. Paul Martin with the puck, and he will pass over to his partner Letang. Chris Letang. He will enter the Toronto zone and gets demolished by Carl Gunnarsson. Oh my. As Gunnarsson gets the puck and tries passing, and Crosby intercepts, but a weak backhander goes wide. Now Dion Phaneuf up to Phil the Thrill Kessel. Kessel cutting inside, cutting back outside. He's going to circle around and back to Phaneuf, but that pass is intercepted, and James Neal has a one-on-one with Carl Gunnarsson. And Gunnarsson, a nice job to cut down on the angle, and James Neal is forced to take a weak outside shot. Now Chris Kunitz with the puck. He passes back to Martin into Neal, and Neal's shot is turned away by Jonathan Bernier. A nice reaction save from Bernier. The Leafs are unable to get it out of their zone again, as now Phaneuf has it, and he will try to exit the zone as he does, passing up to Kessel. Kessel enters the zone by himself, tries to deke around. Paul Martin is unable to do so, and it gets pushed off the puck. Now Matt Niskanen gets hit, and now Kessel takes the wrist shot, but that's turned away by Vokoun. Now Kadri fighting with Niskanen for the puck, he loses. Now UC Jokinen takes a low shot on goal, and that's turned away, and Bernier nearly puts the rebound straight to UC Jokinen, who nearly slaughtered that one home. Now Jokinen coming out in front, and puck slides around, and that goes to Malkin and scores. It is 2-0 Penguins with 4:11 left in the period. That's Gino Malkin's 4th of the year from UC Jokinen. Just a bad play, to be honest. Just came out in front to Malkin, and Bernier had no clue where it was drifting to the left when the puck was on the right. And that makes it 2-0 Pittsburgh. Third line coming out for the Leafs, trying to get some momentum back in their favor as the Leafs lose the draw, and Oli Mata, former London Knight, will dump it down into the Toronto zone. Jake Gardner up to Troy Bodie, and Bodie will just dump it down. Scuderi gets sandwiched, and he loses his stick as the Penguins have it in their own zone now, coming out to the neutral zone and entering the Toronto zone. Chuck Kobasu looks to take the wrist shot, is deflected away. Oli Mata takes the slap shot, and that's deflected, and Kobasu gets almost 3 good chances to score, but is turned away by Bernier. He's had a solid performance so far, with even though he's let in 2 goals. As we have now now we have 10 seconds left in this period, and we are just about over and done with in this first, as we are now. Not the best of periods for the Leafs. Excuse me. Vokoun hasn't really been tested very much so far. Penguins definitely dominated that period. A giveaway by Phaneuf led to the first one, and the second one was just an unlucky bounce in front of the net. But the 2 mistakes by the Leafs defense makes it 2-0 Penguins. Welcome back here for the second, as we're just about set to start here at the ACC. It is 2-0 Penguins, and the Leafs are looking to spark a comeback almost, as Penguins have some very good offensive abilities. But Bozak will just dump it into the Pittsburgh zone to start off with. Martin gets checked by Kessel, and Board plays himself. Passes over to Kunis as Kunis gets hit by Bozak, but Bozak gives the puck right away. Leafs have not been very strong so far this game. They've been very sloppy, many giveaways, as Marcel Gotch enters the zone and his shot is blocked. Sorry, not Marcel Gotch, James Neal. As Neal, his shot goes in front of the net, but there's nobody there to slot it home. James Van Riemsdyk stopping. Passes over to Phaneuf. Phaneuf takes a slap shot, but that's an easy stop for Thomas Vokoun and throws it out for Crosby. And Crosby gets crushed along the sideboards, but there will be no penalty. Kessel actually on that hit. Now Crosby again with the puck. Entering the Toronto zone. He gets shoved off the puck, and now Nazem Kadri. His pass up to Lupul is deflected, and now not Montreal. Pittsburgh enters the zone as the rebound almost goes straight to the Pittsburgh Penguin player in front of the net. Orpik gets pushed off the puck, and now Malkin deking around one man. Back to Orpik and Sutter, and Sutter's shot is stopped. But now a rebound. Oh my gosh. Leafs have been so sloppy. They need a timeout or something. This is becoming ridiculous. Giveaway after giveaway, bad pass after bad pass, and no offensive pressure whatsoever. And Lupul gives the puck away. And now Stempniak coming along the side. A nice stop by Bernier. Now Dave Bolin, he's going to dump it in. Mason Raymond chasing. Scuderi back to get it. Being pressured now. Stempniak up to, I missed who that was. But Sutter in front, his shot is stopped. Now Tim Gleason. Another bad pass, but this time Toronto gains control, and then Bolin gives it away, and it's offside anyways. This is becoming ridiculous. Is this the Toronto team that we've been seeing for the past few weeks? Or is this a Pee-wee team? Toronto sending out its fourth line, trying to spark something. McLaren now has his usual 38 back after in that Montreal game had number 10 because of wardrobe malfunction. But Jamie Clement up to Fraser McLaren, who's going to take the slap shot, and that nearly knuckleballed Thomas Vokoun. had some trouble with the glove on that one, and that would have been a nice way to get the Leafs on the board as the Penguins ice the puck. Kessel is the leading scorer for the Leafs this year, who through 11 games has 14 points, is looking very good with 7 goals on the year. Pittsburgh entering the zone, they'll dump it around. Franzen missed the puck as Craig Adams, I believe, passes back to Letang. Letang takes a soft shot, and that nearly made its way through the pads of Jonathan Bernier. Smart by him to reach back and make sure there was nothing behind him. As we have a couple streaks to remind you of. Crosby has a 3-game point streak. He's already continued his up to 4. And the other point streak to let you know about is James Van Riemsdyk has a 3-game point streak as well going on. As Toronto enters the zone, and Kadri a nice chance, but that's turned away by Vokun. Now Jokinen over to Niskanen and over to Malkin, now with Orpik. Orpik dumping it down. Kuhlman up to Lupul. Over to Kadri, and that pass was off the mark. Kadri looking for a passing partner, is unable to find one, but now Kuhlman. Back to Lupul, and that pass is barely deflected. As that is the end of the period, the Leafs were able to get some pressure there at the end on that second line with Lupul, Kadri, and Kuhlman. Excuse me. But we're unable to get really any offensive pressure despite a couple shots. But it is still 2-0 heading into the third. The final period is upon us here at the ACC. The Leafs are down 2-0 and are looking to get a quick one to get the momentum back in their favor, as the fans are completely out of it after having a sloppy play for the past 2 periods. As Phaneuf enters the zone, and that will be offside, starting it off just as we left off, and just as we mentioned before the period ended, James Van Riemsdyk has a 3-game point streak going on. And there will now be a penalty. I'm not sure who this is going to be on, but Martin got crushed there. Didn't see who, and that may be what the penalty is for. Let's see. It's going to be for elbowing. And speaking of the devil, James Van Riemsdyk is going to go off for 2 minutes to start this third period for elbowing. And yeah, his elbow was out. That's a good call. I'd like to apologize for my voice and for my coughing. I'm getting over a bit of a cold, and I still have a bit of a lingering cough. But now Crosby entering the zone. Clement steals it from him, and now Bolin on the counterattack. Will they get a shorty? Stops, cuts in, and a nice save. But now there will be another penalty, this time to the Penguins. And this will make it a 4-on-4. It's going to be charging to James Neal, coming back and hitting Bolin somewhat from behind. But it's going to be for charging 2 minutes.
Now you try and find the speedsters on your team.
Bozak and Kessel come out for the Leafs, and Bozak wins the draw. Kessel, he's going to come into the slot, and a nice save by Vokun. Kessel tried to get Vokun drifting the direction Kessel was going and try to shoot across his body, but to no prevail. A nice glove save there by Vokun. Hasn't really been tested, but with a 5.02 goals against average and an 8.55 save percentage, you would expect some of those ones to go through. As another stop in play with 19 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Kadri loses the draw, and now Letang being bodied, regains control, and he's going to dump as we are back to power play hockey. This time for the Leafs. Van Riemsdyk up to Bozak. The pass didn't go through, and JVR had to pass it back to Bozak. Now Bozak, a weak backhander, and that's gloved by Vokoun. 8 seconds left in the power play. Not the best of chances there for Bozak. He probably should have stopped and at least went to the forehand or something like that. But the Leafs haven't had the best power play. Haven't done the best. And the power play is now done. 15 minutes left in this third. Van Riemsdyk reaches behind him, regain control of the puck. He's going to deke outside, and he's going to pass over to Kessel, but Kessel's unable to get a shot away. And now Rob Scuderi. Excuse me, Scuderi. Now Crosby with the puck. Coming down low, he's hit. Still has control of the puck. Now Phaneuf. Up to Kessel. And Kessel has space. He's going to stop up, go outside, and a nice chance, sorry. Almost got Vokoun, but was unable to get it past him. A very nice glove save from Vokoun, and Kadri, sorry, was unable to bury the rebound. As you see, they're nearly snuck by Vokoun. Vokoun wasn't really expecting that. Kessel looking very distraught there. He thought he definitely should have had that one. Bolin wins the draw back to Riley, and Riley's shot is nearly tipped by Bolin, but is saved by Vokoun. Letang around to Stepniak, and now Paul Martin over to Letang and back to Stepniak. Sutter to Stepniak, and now Chuck Kobasu one-on-one with the rookie Morgan Riley. Good defense by Riley, and now Mason Raymond on the counter-attack. Stopping, cutting outside, looking for the pass to Bodie, and that's in! Troy Bodie scores, but they're going to wave it off. Could this be just like the Montreal game? I don't know, let's see here. Ooh, I think they're saying that it may have gone off his foot and in. Let's see here. Yeah, it definitely didn't go off his stick. I think it went off Troy Bodie's foot. But will they call it a kicking motion? No, it's a good goal. The Leafs are on the board. Troy Bodie's second of the year from Mason Raymond and Jake Gardner, I believe. What does the official score say? Yes, Bodie from Raymond and Gardner. And the Leafs have cut the lead in half with 9:17 left in the third. A sandwich hit there by the two enforcers on the team, as now slap shot into the corner, and Malkin is hit from behind, and oh no, Malkin is hurt, and that's going to be 5 in a game for Tim Gleason. And just when the Leafs were about to get momentum back, they just give it all away just there, and Malkin is hurt, and that could be a suspendable offense for Tim Gleason. Not looking good. The Leafs penalty kill is going to have to come out against one of the most lethal offenses in the league. As already, just 6 seconds into the power play, Sidney Crosby scores. Excuse me. And it's 3-1. And I have a feeling this game is about to be blown wide open with this 5-minute chance. Nobody, not even a single person, was marking Crosby in front there. Bernier, not really any chance on that one. Crosby second of the game from Letang. Franzen will just dump it down, trying to kill some time. Neal around to Kunitz. Kunitz will enter the zone himself. Passes over, deflected, and stopped by Bernier. Now Crosby takes the shot, and that's off the iron. Paul Martin takes a low shot, and the rebound nearly went straight to Kunitz. But now the counterattack, Van Riemsdyk stopping. He's going to go back to Franzen. Now over to Gunnarsson, and that slap shot is stopped. And Vokoun will just cover up and be smart about it. 3:54 still left in the power play. Excuse me. But as you see here, the rebound almost went straight out to Kunitz, and Franzen was very heads up to see that. McClement loses the draw on Kunitz over to Letang. Letang up to Jokinen. Back to Martin. Excuse me, I'm really sorry about this. But Gardner trying to get control of the puck is unable to do so. Riley cutting down on his man, and a huge hit on UC Jokinen by Morgan Riley. And now that's a goal. 4-1, Brandon Sutter out in front. A bit of a weak shot, his second of the year from Jokinen and Kunitz. But I'm not sure what Gardner was doing. He was racing over to go get Jokinen, I think, and left his man Sutter wide open. And now I think that's just about your game. With 5:56 left, the Leafs have to surmount a 3-goal lead. Excuse me, Pittsburgh has a 3-goal lead, sorry. And with 5 minutes left and still almost 3 minutes to kill on this power play, their chances are highly unlikely. As Kobasu over to his man, and that's stopped and now out of the zone. That was Letang on that shot. Letang being bodied. Now James Neal. Neal looking for the cross crease opportunity. Bernier will just glove it and throw it out for Van Riemsdyk as he dumps. 2 minutes left in this power play. Neal over to Letang. Up to Crosby. Sid the Kid. Deking it around Gunnarsson. Going down low, and that's a goal. Another one. No, this is just getting ridiculous now. 5-1. 3 goals on this power play. James Neal scores it as just a great play from Sidney Crosby, just out-schooling Gunnarsson and Franzen. And passing to James Neal right in front, and Bernier barely lifted his pad, but it was enough for the puck to sneak through. As that will be James Neal's goal from Crosby and Letang. Gardner will dump it right away with 1:30 left in this power play. Olimata around to Niskanen. And Niskanen gets destroyed, and that is going to be a penalty. Excuse me. Jay McClemon's going to go off for charging, showing his frustration. Destroying Matt Niskanen on that one. And the Leafs' smartest thing for them would to not get over frustrated and just try to play it the rest of this game. As Letang's slap shot is turned away by Bernier and will be dumped by Gardner. The Leafs have a long ways to kill too. They have to kill a minute of 5-on-3 action. James Neal entering the zone. He's going to take the wrist shot, but that's turned away by Bernier. Crosby. That pass is intercepted, but Kuhlman gives it away. And that was nearly a nice chance for the Penguins, but that's turned away by Bernier. Now Letang, he's going to take the stop shot, and that's turned away. And a goal. Unlucky for Stepniak. Sorry, not for Stepniak. Lucky for Stepniak. Unlucky for the Leafs. It is now 6-1. And the 5-on-3 does not end there, as they still have to kill off the rest of the 5-minute power play before any goals will count to get Jamie Clement out of the box. 6-1, 4 goals on this one power play. Completely unbelievable. Lee Stepniak, the former Leafs, scores. As Jokinen trying to deke, maybe getting a fancier goal. I'm not sure. But Jokinen, puck bobbling around in front. And now they finally killed off the rest of that 5-minute power play. They only allowed 4 goals, approximately 1 goal per minute. Yikes, it's just really bad the Leafs play today. I apologize for how bad it's been. But now Morgan Riley circling around. He's going to circle around again, looking for the pass. And Kessel misses the net. Finally back to 5-on-5 action. But we'll only get a minute of it as Penguins enter the zone. Not sure who that is, but they dump it down.
Kessel to Van Riemsdyk.
Van Riemsdyk
Finds it on his
up to
stick
Kessel.
again.
Van Riemsdyk looking to get a point to continue his point streak. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to. Marcel Gotch, he's going to dump it down into the Toronto zone. Trying to kill time now are the Penguins. Payat, I think that was Payat. Gets stood up by Morgan Riley, and now will exit the zone. Van Riemsdyk, Kessel, and now Kessel's pass into the zone is very errant, actually. It's now 20 seconds left. Kadri cutting outside net. Nice glove save from Vokoun. Looks like the Leafs are only going to be able to beat Vokoun once just based on that one save. And Van Riemsdyk's been pulled off the ice and will not be able to continue his point streak. As Kessel, can't believe he missed from there. Actually, he didn't miss. That was a save. Oh my. Vokoun, what a game he's had. As oh, there's gonna be a fight. It is gonna be Bolin and Stepniak. There must have been something about that sixth goal that Bolin didn't like. As the two don't usually fight. But Bolin, he's gonna be taken down by Stepniak. And I'm not sure what happened between the two. But the fight will end. The bout will go to Stepniak. And the Leafs have lost just about everything in this game, as Stepniak is actually injured. So that'll mean two Penguins were injured in this game, Stepniak and Malkin. And if you haven't noticed already, Malkin did not return to this game. So that will likely mean Gleason will either be suspended or fined. That's for sure. But McClement, fourth line, sorry, not the fourth line, third line with McClement filling in for Boland. 10 seconds left. Sutter just dancing around with it, and that will be the end of your game. A very poor performance all around for the Leafs. And a very bad doubleheader, as the first night they lose 7-1 to Columbus, and now 6-1 to the Penguins. A slumping Penguins team should have been an ideal situation for the Leafs to beat, going 4-5-1 in their last 10. Excuse me. But Leafs were unable to capitalize, especially on that 5-minute power play that they gave up. But I'd like to thank you for watching, and thank you for bearing through this cough that I've had. It's been really bad. I'm going to try to get over it as quick as I can and try to pump out some more videos. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.